Fuck yeah. How's it going, everyone? Today we're getting back to our run through for Shining Pearl, where we play with just babies. Little baby Pokemon. If it evolves, we'll take it. Smallest form only. I really love the intro. So even though we see it every stream, I have to. Okay, bear with me one moment. Let me grab my chat boxes. Today we are streaming on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Hopefully, you enjoy the stream. Oh, I see. It Wimdy. Sally. We can't have one stream without the Wimdy. That's fine. So, I decided to extend the duration of the community challenge for the Pikachu onesie, because why not? Thought maybe you would appreciate that. Okay, let's continue, because you're not getting anywhere fast without. Right, let's see. What do we have on our team? And do we have anyone that is a little bit lacking? I feel at the moment Ivy's pretty lacking. So we're gonna go over a few methods as to how we can make this one stronger. I'm thinking egg moves. Best way to make Ivy stronger. So let me quickly grab an article on my phone. This is a Trico. So best resource I can find. Classic Bulbapedia. I grab that, and you want to really scroll down to whichever game you're playing. In this case, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, so we make sure got the correct generation. Which these count as Gen 8. And under breeding, you look at egg moves. So we already have on Trico. Hang on. We have Giga Drain and Dragon Breath. Dragon Breath is the egg move. Probably one of the best egg moves I could give it. Only other egg moves that we can possibly hope for in a Trico. Razor Wind is a really good one, as is Magical Leaf. I'm not going to breed a new Trico. Instead, we're gonna get it some other method, and honestly, easiest way to do that is pop into the underground. We can also do the same with Piplup. Piplup has a few decent egg moves too. So we're really looking for... First step is very easy. You're just going to catch a Trico with the move you want. Might take a little while because these things... Trico are incredibly rare down here in particular. Whilst I am looking for Trico, we can also look for a Piplup. Piplup's also down here in the underground. I don't know how it'll fare against a Luxio though. Not very well. Holy shit, this Luxio has a Fire Fang. Yeah, we're taking that. We are taking this. Let's see what we can get on Piplup as well whilst we're loading into that. Fire Fang is incredibly useful. We could probably put it onto something else. There we go. Oh, Chimchar. Chimchar's the one we also need to look for. Because we need punching moves on our Chimchar. I don't need to nickname this, as these just exist. You'll see why in the future. As for Piplup, moves we're looking for in a Piplup, we want the egg moves. Power Trip is a really good egg move. Especially considering our Piplup is a baby, and will always be a baby. So the water caverns tend to be up here. Just trying to look for a cavern that's water and grass, and there's one at the far left, which should allow us to search for both Trico and Piplup at the same time. That very large cavern to the left. So Sally, I see you in the chat. How are you today? Are we good? Just give this a little quick once over as you walk through it, just in case we have something spawn we might need. In reality, you're just going to want to catch every Pokemon of a similar type that you have. Or just, you're looking for one of the Pokemon in a list as well that can have that move. So in this case, we are looking for just any Trico or Piplup, or anything with those moves. That's a Gibble. Nope, nothing we need has spawned in here, so we're just going to dodge that altogether. Plan is to make our babies as powerful as they can be. And egg moves give you that type advantage you may not otherwise have normally. But contrary to popular belief, as it used to be back in the day, you don't have to breed to get egg moves on anymore. That's another trick we'll be covering later. You can't really hunt the original starters from this game until you get the National Dex. Damn, 3 Absols. That is kind of lucky. It's a shame I'm not actually doing Absols today. Oh shit. Absol doesn't count as a baby because it doesn't evolve as much as I'd like it to. Mega Absol, we're not counting that either. We got lucky though. I should probably deal with... I don't know whether I've got any health potions. Oh, we got a hyper potion. That'll be fine, we can use it here in this situation. Oh, so we got some viewers on TikTok. Hey, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well today. This top left cavern is the one that we really want because it's a large cavern, a lot of Pokemon spawn in it. And it should give us the highest chance at what we need per entry. It's right here. Stillwater Cavern. You can get grass types, you can get water types, and you can get trapped in a corner and screwed up by a Venomoth. I feel like I should probably have my Abra out. That's a shout. I don't really think Abra learns many egg moves though, unfortunately. I don't want to get swept by that thing. The good thing is, it doesn't matter if your Pokemon get knocked out at this point. And it just walks into a Wingull. see. Yeah, Abra's very unfortunate. We can't really stack anything on Abra. Only moves it really learns from HMs or TMs. Which aren't really ideal. I fucking Wingle. It really wants me, huh? Okay, get away from that one. Well, there's a Bulbasaur, we'll take that. There is a possibility we can get egg moves from the Bulbasaur anyway. So that's important. In short, you want any of the starters that match the typing. They're all in the field egg group. And that field egg group is what will give you the egg moves we want. Pokemon are kind of split into egg groups. It's strange, but it's to stop you breeding like literally everything with everything. Bulbasaur barely lives it. I think we're getting screwed here. Cause that fucking hurt. Yes, Geodude is very weak to grass type, but I'm hoping the 1 HP will make a difference. There we go. Now we just gotta check whether Geodude has it. Whether our Bulbasaur has anything that Trico can learn. Gotta stop that from happening. Don't need a nickname, we just need to check its summary. Holy shit, that is an Adamant Bulbasaur, that's actually really good. Petal Dance, Worry Seed, Double Edge, and Solar Beam. Well, egg moves for Trico. Doesn't have anything we can realistically use. We could take Solar Beam off it, but it'll learn that anyway via HMTM. The Lunatone. So let's just swap out. So Abra is at the top. I feel like offensively, if we bump into anything, got that water typing, Abra should be able to handle it. Bulbasaur is proof that we can get grass starters here, so heavy barrel. A Garbite. It's a pretty spicy cavern down here. Slowpoke. Corsola, Lombre. Eledion. Bug type, so underrated. They have come into their own, Sun and Moon onwards, so it's definitely a lot of fun playing with bug types. Slowpoke, Weeping Bell. Nincada. I love Nincada as well. Hey, Rogue. Oh, we got a horsey over there. Unfortunately for this cavern, any of the ones in the water, you do kind of have to have surf, so we have to write off those ones. Bellsprout. Who? Rogunk Pinsir. Hollywell. Slowpoke. Poop. Dorino. Fortunately, the starters are pretty rare. I got really lucky finding that Trico and the Bulbasaur so quickly. Whoop, there is a Squirtle. Try for that one. That's further proof we can get the water starters here. Level difference means I shouldn't knock this out. Damn. That is a buffed Squirtle. If it hits me, I'm probably knocked out. Fucking Hydro Pump. Oh no. The amount of times I'm gonna have to come back. Everything I have is not very effective against this thing. Everything I have will get knocked out. Yeah, I guess try for the poison. That has Aura Sphere. We love that move. That might be a useful one in a bit. We need a Pokemon with lots of the punching abilities. Mainly for our Chimchar. If we can get a Pokemon that has those punching abilities. Or if we have one in the box, I'll have to check my boxes. This isn't going too well. I'm gonna knock it out by accident, I can see it. Actually, if it keeps on not lowering its own defense. 1 HP. Are we catching it? Okay. Okay, good. We will take that. Okay, this Squirtle has Aura Sphere, Shell Smash, Iron Defense, and Hydro Pump. Shell Smash and Aura Sphere, both really good. Let's check the boxes to see the ones we already have. Because honestly, I may just have Pokemon with the moves I want to teach them anyway. Let me check Chimchar, because I know I've got a few. What can Chimchar learn by Egg Move? Because I know I have a few of its evolutions. There, I've got one with punching moves. Different story. Honestly, at this point, I'll take any Pokemon with those punching moves. There's an Ice Fang there on a Shinx. Can Chimchar learn? I'll take a Focus Punch, I'll take a Fire Punch, an Ice Punch, anything like that. What else? Double Kick's kind of useful. Thunder Punch and Fire Punch are the main two that you should be able to learn. They're the main two you want to actually give it. It's a shame Raichu can have a Thunder Punch, but not that one. Sucker Mr. Mime. Sucker Punch. Can it learn that one? It cannot. That is not an egg move for this gen. It already has Power Up Punch. Poison Jab, I don't think it can learn. Like we maybe come out a look for these ones. Actually, we want it to learn the things that it can get use out of with its ability. Scratch and layer aren't going to help much. If only it could learn Wood Hammer. Hey chat, do any of you know what level Raichu learns Thunder Punch at offhand? Play rough would be a nice one too. Oh, there's Fire Punch. We can use that. I'm just gonna get Thunder Punch. Shame it can't learn Drain Punch, that would be a very useful one. And Sucker Punch would be pretty useful. Ah, Thunder Punch. Okay. So we got a Thunder Punch, and we got Fire Punch here. So if we go up now. And we have to go to whichever place has the move deleter. Let me check. Should be Canalave City. Which is over there, and I'm not sure I can get to it. I will try. Maybe we should just do the Heart Home Gym first. Because I don't think I can get to Canalave until I've done that. It needs Surf. Not sure we're the right level to do this gym, but I'm gonna throw my hat in this one and give it a go. It is Ghost type. Which means it's gonna be pretty rough. What is 3 plus 5 plus 7? Well, I actually want to deal with trainers. So I mean, it doesn't matter whether I get this right or wrong. I can just get it wrong and do the fight, right? You know it's 15, but we're not going to do that door. We're going to do this door and the left-hand door and get some XP here. See the sort of levels we're dealing with here. Should be fine. Confuse Ray would be. Half of its health on a knockoff though is pretty good. Confuse that bitch. If I remember, I think one of these trainers here has a Rotom as well. No, child, I screwed up deliberately. We are bullying children today. Again. This one down. This is where having a physical heavy team, it's gonna eventually suck hard until we can get to teaching them all those egg moves and moves they aren't supposed to really have. Through regular gameplay. It's a shame we gotta get to Canalave to get there. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is a wealth of other gen Pokemon though. It's definitely well worth buying if you're into Pokemon. Yeah, I definitely got that correct first time. I didn't bother with not. Yeah, again, it's one of those things where I don't really care. We'll just avoid the correct door and we'll go through the wrong doors. Because we need those levels.
Select one display thinks it's Snacky's time.
What's snack number 3? I don't know what number 3 is. Okay. We got the bag, and Snacky's bag's pretty full. Can I just pull out some random things? I got these British ring candies that have Super Mario on. Or I got these yogurt bites. We got some Smarties mini eggs. What are we feeling? That's some Australian cherry candy. The third one. Oh. That would be these mini eggs, right? Okay. Honestly, I could pretend that this is the first time I'm eating these, but I mean, if you're a British child or you've ever grown up in Britain, chances are you've eaten Smarties before. It's just... I do like the paper bag though. I mean, hell, it's just Smarties. Shaped like eggs. Because it's Easter. However, if you did grow up in the 90s, these ones would be forbidden. The blue ones. Because they were removed because some of the dyes and stuff and the sugars are making kids hyper. Best way I can describe Smarties. They're like shit M&Ms. But unlike M&Ms, they all taste the same, except the orange ones. Because of the colorant on the orange ones actually do taste of orange. They're my favourite ones. The chocolate in them is pretty subpar. It's standard Nestle chocolate, so it's nothing crazy good. It's not quite American chocolate, but it is very waxy. Definitely need a drink after that. Also, I have to be careful in here because Drifloon's Aftermath can knock me out. And I am pretty low, so if this Matruvius attacks, there's a possibility I'm getting knocked out here. One HP. We are winning this. Hey, I see. Meow. Welcome in. Happy birthday. Hopefully your birthday's going well. Can we get anyone that's still alive? Can we get a happy birthday for IC in chat? Thank you. Yeah, you shrugged that off like a crackhead shrugs off a shotgun shell. You know, you see those videos of the crackhead just taking the shots. That's a fentanyl right there. Skorupi got that fent shield. The only way we need to move on anyway, so that's why we're pushing this gym. That sounds horrific. We are, again, not going to the correct answer. I'm glad the cop lived. That sounds pretty horrific, though. Okay. Damn, sucker punch. That's gonna flinch me, isn't it? Oh no. Okay. I am continuously surprised by the sheer speed of our Skorupi. The fact that this little guy outspeeds most of the things that are thrown at it is just incredible. What now? None of you are evolving. Don't even ask to evolve. Yes, Skorupi is not a Pokemon that you would immediately think, okay, this is going to be fast, but I guess it is the perfect nature for it. I bet you haven't. She really pulled out the, I bet I know more about Pokemon than you do. I mean, Gust might be super effective, but Drifloon can be kinda weak. The Aftermath does more damage. Also, can we just appreciate how a school child is stood here with a Drifloon and the Pokédex entry of the Drifloon? Have a little bit of self-awareness for that one, please. Like, is she the Pokemon trainer, or is she getting whisked away by the Drifloon? Well, that was... You didn't expect to one-shot it. I'll be real. As always, no, you cannot evolve. You know, also, I think I'm gonna stock up on potions before this fight as well. I'm probably gonna need them. Potions will probably be a very, key part to the next few fights. Well, I don't know if you'll be living or not. I seem to recall gyms from this point on being a little bit rough. And we haven't really been, power leveling or anything like that. We keeping all of our Pokemon roughly around the levels we should be. I don't want to get into the habit of revive scumming. These are simply just to keep my team healthy in between fights. Because I know that revive scumming may be a legitimate strategy, but I don't fancy doing it where I can help it. I'd like my team to comfortably be able to defeat something without overdosing on potions before the end of the fight. We're not Lance Armstrong in that thing, you know? Probably a bad example, but I'll take it. Hey, going out for Mexican? Sounds like a plan. Well, hopefully you have a good shower and you can get something nice to eat. What's your go-to Mexican cuisine? Question for the whole of chat. Well, we know what first room answer is, but we're gonna fight the trainers anyway. Enchiladas? That sounds good. Sounds good. Anyone else? Favorite Mexican dish? God, I wish Kevin was here. Kevin would probably play at something something bespoke, you know. Our little guy is still outspeeding this stuff. I mean, the fact that he outspeeds a Haunter, love it. I don't know about Gengar though. The Gengar outspeeds us. I mean, that is fair, it is a Gengar. But knockoff gets disabled. It's a problem. Gengar has Levitate, so Earthquake won't really do an awful lot. I guess we just gotta hope that we can get an attack off with Gala, but I'm not sure. Okay, Mean Look. Wow, we take that. Psychic with the stab, or I think Shadow Ball, because he's already pretty low anyway. Nightshade does Gengar's hate level in damage, so that's fine. We take that. It always makes me laugh how slow the animation for Shadow Ball is. You know, you're thinking any lazy Pokemon could just sidestep out of the way slightly, but nope. Not us. They're just not moving. That slow Shadow Ball will reach its target. They just top up our team. And healing them is really quick. Wrong door. We didn't mean to do that. We want to go into this fight. Okay, what do you got, Catherine? You're gonna have a Miss Trevis and a Miss Magius, maybe. If the other one had the entire Gengar line. My attack falling means if I knock this Mischievous out, I'm gonna swap out. Because if this is Miss Magius next. Night Slash? We take Night Slash. It's a more powerful knockoff with a higher crit. Knockoff's a more competitive move anyway, so I don't really mind. Driftblim. Okay. I think we outspeed a Driftblim. Pretty sure they're incredibly slow. Do outspeed it, but it is bulky. Let's try a slow Shadow Ball. You are not evolving. No. Okay, let's make sure we are healed. Everything looks fine. I mean, we've got 1 HP lost on Skarupi, but I don't think that's going to be a huge deal. Can our babies take out Fantino? I have full faith in our babies. Even though her moves are going to be probably disgusting. I'm going to set up toxic spikes just because. I'm going to get that down early. Just two can play at that bitch. You can burn me. I'll poison everything you throw out. I'll double toxic spikes as well to make sure it is heavy poison. I'm dying to burn here, aren't I? That's an acceptable death, to be fair. Holy shit, it healed the burn. Right, I'm not healing up. I don't want to rely on potions, so I'm just... I can get probably a free retreat here into something. I have a free retreat into Titan class and smack down it if I can. That did sweet fuck all. Okay. We'll take the Will-O-Wisp. That's fine. It no longer has levitate. Means Earthquake's more effective on it. Ouch. Still not levitating though. Can we finish up with Scott or... See, I don't know about the speed here. I got you. I got this smoothie. I can open. You know when I said at the start of the fight, I'm incredibly confident in our babies. Gotta say, that confidence is waning a little bit. Only a little bit. Because that was impressive. But this is a Gengar coming out, and... it's a poison type, so it doesn't get... It outspeeds us and it's gonna knock us out. Yeah, I gotta train. There isn't an awful lot I can do against this Gengar. Get confused. That's a problem. Okay, it used flame wheel, we're okay. It's a shame that did not burn. We are still confused though, so... And yeah, no, but that's gone. Can we Dragon Breath? Can we get away with that? No, we can't. We're getting swept. The babies are struggling here. The babies are really struggling here. I'll take the free turn of Confuse Ray if it doesn't hit me. Please. Use the move. Ah, you dick. Never mind. I think the game is just against us at the moment. Nope, I just knocked myself out. Great. Ellie being you. So dumb. So dumb it knocked itself out. That's what we get for having a physical Piplup. Yep. Right, we got some training to do. I'm gonna go into the fire cavern. I'm gonna take Sally Bean as my main. Actually, the main Pokemon that I genuinely need to level up more than anything is Gallo. We gotta get Abra working for us, and I think that the best cavern we can train in that is the psychic one at the bottom. And just go and attack a little ghosts. Abra's stats are incredible, but the learn set is just terrible because you can't cheat its moves in any way. You can't give it egg moves. You can't level up to get moves. You just have to HMTM, and getting HMTMs in BDSP is probably the worst game to do it in. Granted, it's not as restrictive as the original games, where you can only get like one of each. And hey, you get this HMTM through the story, and there's no way of getting any more of them. But it is restrictive until you reach the battle tower. There is not an awful lot that you can get there. And if you want HMTMs in BDSM, then I mean, good luck. I know a few websites. Oh, my mother's not watching. Endeavor, no, we don't keep Endeavor. That's not gonna do as much good. I'll fight a Krabby. We have an electric move, I'll fight a Krabby. It's a weird cavern for a Krabby to be in. And that Krabby looks pretty large. But it also looks pretty dead to me. That Krabby received the toaster bathtub treatment. I just wanted to take a bath, and I just wanted to give it a friendly toaster bath bomb. No, Silly Bean. Cellybean does not evolve. What? Cellybean is evolving? Fuck, it isn't. Cellybean's not evolving. That brings me to when I used to play Viva Pinata, and when the pinatas were about to get bigger, you could bonk them with a stick and keep them small. It's the equivalent of Pokemon evolving, except you get a stick and you smack the pinata with it to stop them. It's as if you could just smack a Pokemon with a magic stick and stop it evolving. That's how I imagine it. Psychic Burb, meet Electric. Yeah. Power Swap is annoying, because that really weakens me. If you want to be bonked with a stick, I can bonk you with a stick, honey. You know, I mean, it's your birthday and everything, if that's exactly what you want. Find me a stick. Your birthday present. I didn't know people in my chat were into such weird shit, but hey. I'm not here to judge, I'm here to entertain. If you want me to judge, that'll cost extra. It is still incredible. You know what? I'm not gonna say it. I was genuinely about to praise my Pokemon on how strong they were. And how my babies are impressing me despite the level difference and the disadvantage they have with evolution and stuff, but Absol just proved me wrong. It is level 36, Absol. I mean... Pepper is on level 33, so I can let it off. We really want Chimchar to learn Fire Punch though. Once we can get Fire Punch and Thunder Punch on it via egg moves, Chimchar will become a hell of a lot stronger because of that Iron Fist. Iron Fist increases all punching moves by 1/3, and that is a considerable difference. Set it on fire. We're melting that bitch. Also, I removed the restrictions on the, I think I removed the restrictions on the Snacky's time, so it can be redeemed more than once per stream. No, you are not Paul. You are staying small. I'm not failing this challenge because of you. These may be self-imposed rules, but I'm sticking to them. These rules are my Ozembic. That's a sentence I never thought I'd hear myself say. Where the Pokemon left in my Una? Una's such a cool Pokemon, but I feel my Una also has. It's been incredibly underrated by how overused it was in Ruby and Sapphire. And the fact that you can catch Poochyena pretty much everywhere, making it less rare than it seems. Because dark types are usually not common Pokemon. Granted, there are exceptions to that rule. We're gonna U-turn and swap out. Things like Alolan Rattata is an exception to that rule. Well, shit. I think Gala, literally the poster child for Glass Cannon. It cannot even take a shot from a Krabby. I feel like there's nothing that I can do with Gala if it misses and doesn't knock out in one. Kinda just cooked. Because defensively it's yeah. He's not the best. I don't even think there's a held item we can give her to make her a little more powerful here. I guess Spooky Plate for the one ghost move she has. Wait, what new HMTMs do I have? Surf, which Sally Bean can learn, but cannot make use of because it's special and not physical. That's Baltoy. We can probably swap out to Ivy and one tap it. Or two tap it. Again, Ivy's not as strong as it should be. As far as base stat totals go, starter Pokemon are not... They're never too one-sided with it, they're all quite balanced. They have a good special to attack split mostly, and they have a reasonably high total amount. These sorts of runs completely hinge on like the particular Pokemon that don't have that split. So like Abra. The only two stats it actually excels in are just speed and special attack. It's very make or break. Also, 4 levels and Scotch joins are press B, otherwise it will evolve group. Titan class seems to be interested in the other Pokemon's scent, while you can smell him as dead. That was showboating there from the Voltorb. 300% flare for 1% damage. The skull. I feel like we're getting close to our goal. If we get Galar up to about 36, 37, we should be able to tackle that gym. I mean, one tapping Duskulls is still impressive at that level. Scops is also just a trooper. Also, if anyone's watching this on TikTok, don't forget to spam that like button. For extra psychic stab, just to make sure we knock it out. Ghastly is kind of like the reverse Abra. It is my exact counter, usually. And we don't evolve. What's the one rule we have? We don't evolve. I can probably fight a Lunatone, right? They got pretty high stats though. Shadow Ball. High stats, but should be fine. Shadow Ball seems to be doing its thing. We're not evolving. We're not doing that. No. No, you don't, Trico. You're gonna stay cute forever, and you're gonna kick some ass. There is one Pokemon that I take great joy in knocking out, and that's Mr. Mime. On behalf of Ash Ketchum, we will knock the Mr. Mime out. This is for shagging Ash's mom. And it was a crit. I think the game's with her. I came from a deep place right there. Drill Peck. We will definitely take Drill Peck. Drill Peck is pretty good. Especially for CP to power ratio too. But no, we're still not evolving. Eventually you'll learn Waterfall and you'll have a decent water move that's not going to cook you when you use it. fine. We'll tackle the bug. Nothing super effective, so we'll just go for stab here. With a psychic. If only this was Scarlet and Violet, we'd probably have a Girafarig. It has pretty high base stats for a baby. But in this Pokemon game, it does not evolve. So alas, we cannot take the Girafarig. Jeffrey will have to wait for another run through. Further proving the point there that if we don't knock it out in one, Galari's getting KO'd. A solid 8 out of 10 times. It's almost as constant as 8 out of 10 dentists recommending toothpaste. I had a friend who was a dentist as well. And he told me it's very funny that not a single person's ever asked him about his opinion on toothpaste. Or particular brands. Okay, one more level, and I think we have it. I think we can sweep the gym. But they stand a lot better chance with our little guy. Okay, let's Water Psychic, so like Shockwave should do a good amount of damage, and then we get knocked out. It knows Surf. Okay, it's really weak. So some reason it's really weak. We'll retake those. I'll gladly take a weak Slowpoke. Not to. Let's go with the Shadow Ball here. Higher base damage, so. Yep. That's Cannon Strike again. That Ditto? Oh, that is a Ditto. I kinda don't fancy a mirror match with a lot higher health than me though. Especially if it has one of the powders that increases its stats. That's the only problem with these rock Pokemon. They all just know how to blow themselves up. It's a very tedious strategy. Okay, no pain, no gain. The enemy Ditto won't have the Spooky Plate. So you just gotta hope the Spooky Plate will make the whole difference. Spooky Plate effectively just gives us a mild stab on the ghost move that we have. I mean, I'll take it. Use Shadow Ball, knowing it transforms. It wastes that first turn to transform. And then we hit it. Hard. Looking for that level. Yeah, we'll go for the Stab Psychic just because Stab and have that higher base power. In Confusion. At least if I hit myself in Confusion, it's not going to do as much damage as any of my physical Pokemon. There are some benefits to being so weak. Okay, I think we may be now strong enough to tackle that gym. I'd like to think we are. Done a little bit of grinding, so our baby should be able to take it. We'll go heal up and see what we can do. Hopefully the outspeeding and the Spooky Plate should give us what we need. I don't remember all these doors, I'm just going with what I think I remember. I guess so far so good. Is where I get it wrong? Nope. And this is the last one, I think, and she's on the right. I'll drop a hard save here just in case. Let's go unlock Surf. I do like her outfit though, the Drifblim themed dress. As much as I have a great nostalgia for this generation, I do feel that some of the Pokemon lack personality. Going with Shadow Ball because of the plate. Only the plate, really. Oh shit. That strength stat isn't that powerful. We don't really care about the attack falling because it doesn't really affect me. Finish it off with a shockwave. Oh no, they're hyper potioning. Right? I mean, at least she wastes a hyper potion this early. And I outspeed, so if she doesn't hyper potion again, that's getting knocked out. Drifblim was free. I'll take a free Drifblim. Oh. Interesting. Paul wants to learn acrobatics. Don't really want to replace anything with that, but only replacement moves that I'm gonna give Paul are when we get to Canalave City, when we can throw the egg moves on. Gala seems like it wants to be petted. Surreal. Okay, Psychic for the stab. We're getting knocked out there. Gengar outspeeds us every time. I think the Gengar is the real sticking point here. Getting that off the field as soon as possible. Confuse Ray. Okay, it has a berry, which lowers the power of dark moves, super effective moves. We can't use Night Slash anymore. We should be able to smack down an Earthquake and combo it. It does have Levitate, so we can't immediately Earthquake it. Also, thank you, Sally, for contributing to the Pikachu Onesie Challenge. It's a very worthwhile challenge. Also, if you're watching on TikTok and you want better quality, you can always check out the link in my bio and head to Twitch for a much better bitrate. Gengar is just too strong at this point. Don't have a lot I can do with Gengar, but now I should be able to use Night Slash, so sacrificing. I guess sacrificing a Pokemon for that. Is that fucking Confuse Ray there? Yeah, I got unlucky and I hit myself. Can you snap out of Confusion, please? Nope, I am gonna knock myself out, because now it goes first, it knocks me out. That's just the way things go. Right, let's reset, because we're gonna reset that. We need a better plan for the Gengar. I mean, we're okay. It's more the, more the Gengar's been a problem. How's it going, Soja? How are your runs? Gengar is a poison type, so toxic spikes won't do a thing against it. However, our plan that's not going to help because Gengar's not got any physical moves. I'm okay. I'm just trying to theory craft out how to deal with this Gengar. If I set entry hazards up with Titan class, I should be able to pop the Gengar. I don't have Pluck anymore on Piplup, I don't think, because I got Drill Peck. But I can't deal with that Berry. But the first move of each Pokemon that makes contact with Gengar gets hit with Cursed Body. Drifbloom will possibly use its attack lowering on Titan class, but that's fine. All we need this for is to set up that Stealth Rock. I'm fine taking the Strength Sap, it does absolutely nothing to me. If it's just there to set up. I'll try to set up 2 of those just in case I can top them up. I think Spikes and Toxic Spikes be topped up, but I'm not sure about Stealth Rock. No, I can't. What I will do before I lose my Rock Boy is I'll Smack Down. Get rid of its Levitate. I'm getting knocked out by Burn probably, but it no longer has Levitate. I'll take that. We've set up the spikes. It doesn't have Levitate anymore. The problem is, I don't want to knock it out in one, so I'll Shockwave it. I wanted to waste a Hyper Potion on Drifbloom. That's important. Last thing I want is to get Gengar down low and not be able to do a thing because she just Hyper Potioned it. Go the Shadow Ball, knowing she'll use a Hyper Potion here. That's wasted that. And I'm going to finish it off with a Shockwave. Oh shit, she's wasting 2 Hyper Potions. This could not be any better of a setup then. Because she does not have any more items now. That should have eaten all of her items. Don't worry, Sergio, if you're still streaming by the time I finish, then I'll probably be raiding into you. Going over egg moves today as well, once I can get to Canalave City. It's kind of an important part. Okay, acrobatics. Right, we switch out because Gala cannot take a shot. What I need to do is I need to bait that cursed body with pin missile. Gengar takes a little bit of damage from this, but the stones didn't do as much as I thought they would. Yeah, let's bait the cursed body with pin missile. God, fucking confusion again. There's the cursed body. Gengar still has its berry on it, so the Night Slash that I use this turn will be less effective. Nothing I can do about that though. If it hits, there's the berry. Ooh, it toughed it out, I think. Just gonna hope that the confusion doesn't take hold. I need one more Night Slash. Okay, Gengar's dealt with. 1 HP in a dream right here. Yeah, we did it. Miss Magius. This could also be a problem, but we'll... Miss Magius has a reasonable attack. I'm gonna try and swagger it. If Sally can live the first hit, because I don't know whether it'll outspeed. We do have a positive speed nature. Hit it with a swagger first. Ironically, it's trying to confuse me as well, so this could be a problem. Especially for a physical Piplup. There we go. Sharply increases its attack, but also confuses it, meaning any confusion damage it does to itself will be increased. And considering I don't think that Miss Magius has any physical moves, that shouldn't be a problem to us. Magical Leaf is a special move. We know it's got Confuse Ray and Magical Leaf. And I think we're probably cooked here. I'll try another swagger on it, in case I get lucky. I did not get lucky. Right. We do have a slight trump card here in Double Team. If we can get a couple of double teams off, there we go. The confusion's hitting in. That worked to our advantage there. We're gonna get some evasion. It's using Confuse right now. Luckily Trico's attack stat's pretty low, so if I do hurt myself with confusion, it shouldn't be that high. Yeah, not too bad. Not fun, but not too bad. Phantom Force. As long as we don't hit ourselves in confusion, we can double team. Got double evasion now. It did not matter. The evasion did not matter at all. Fucking sucks. Right, okay. We'll do the old-fashioned way. Judging by its moves, the only thing it can use with this is I won't be able to use Confusion Ray anymore. It'll have to use like Phantom Force. Can you not hit yourself in confusion? Thank you. It's a shame that Flame Wheel doesn't actually improve speed unless it actually makes contact. Snapped out of confusion though. If this can increase my speed enough to outspeed it, we stand a chance. It did not. We are getting knocked out next turn. But Miss Magius is one attack off. I think my last hope in this. I'm not sure I can do a lot with Scots because it's got 3 HP. My last hope relies in my glass cannon. I just have to survive one Phantom Force. If I can do that, we win. Not a chance. Absolutely not a chance. The good news is we can deal with the Gengar. Bad news is the Miss Magius is rough. I think we set up both Toxic Spikes and we have no choice really to set up the Toxic Spikes and the stones, not for the Gengar but for the Miss Magius. I could use a potion, I just don't want to. It feels disingenuous using a potion for these challenges. It is incredibly rough though, losing money to these people. Like these are gym leaders, these are designed to be fought. And they still want to run your pockets after getting knocked out. See, what else can I do? In this situation? Let's theorycraft this a little bit. There is a flash play. Or I could pluck to get rid of the Gengar's berry, but I could Calm Mind on the Abra and hope that it'll give me enough stats to outlast the Gengar and Miss Magius, but I can teach any of these moves back to them with a move relearner. So I'll get rid of Dazzling Gleam. Because even if the move relearner can't give me that back, I can pay for it really cheap. I feel like the option we have is if we run with Gallo initially. If we can get a double Calm Mind off. Yeah, she's stealing my money. If we can get that double Calm Mind off in the Drifblim fight, we might be able to one-tap the Gengar. We don't outspeed it though. But I mean, depending on, I don't know what goes on the health though, doesn't it? I don't think one Calm Mind would be enough to tap out the Gengar, so it would have to rely on 2 of them. But if I take any damage whatsoever to Drifblim, the chances of me lasting a shot from the Gengar would be rough. I'll do another save in case we don't get any levels at all from the fight. I knew this would be a sticking point because of her type advantage that she has. I mean, Ghost type is just incredibly rough. I should have tried to go for Toxic Spikes first. Setting up those Toxic Spikes because they don't have any Rapid Spin or any Defog or any way to get rid of them. Because I know Toxic Spikes won't be useful against Gengar, but they'll be very useful against Magius. Of all times for it to use a move we haven't seen it use before. It would be now, wouldn't it? We can double layer the Toxic Spikes. Scops is getting knocked out here. Unless it does its thing and toughs up, like sometimes happens. It toughed it out, little buddy. Don't really have a choice if you want to power up Abra. We're gonna have to just get knocked out here. Just wait for the inevitable. Otherwise we're not gonna land that. The Carmine's not gonna hit properly. Fly is a physical move though, so... We're just gonna get fucked this turn. The one time when Drifblim decides to use Fly, I wasn't using it all last battle. I mean, shit, I didn't even know I had Fly on it. Poison doesn't do anything. Oh, the poison just completely disappears when Gengar comes down, so that wasted that turn anyway. So I might as well reset here. Oscar Rupee got knocked out for literally nothing. As Gengar comes in and just eats the spikes. Like that candy. Okay, options. We have an option to rock polish on our rock, knowing that Driftblim won't be able to do enough damage with Fly to really matter. Give this to Sally. So if it gets confused, it isn't. Poison is useless in this fight, so give Shell Bell to Scops. I suppose the only other option is we could set up a trick room. Well, that might cook us for the start of the battle. That would cook us against a Drifblim. What might work against Gengar. We're also gonna need Calm Mind. Fine, we'll do it. We'll teach Dig. I feel like we want Dig to be used defensively, not offensively. Because it doesn't affect the first two Pokemon anyway. It only affects them if they get hit with Smackdown first. Means Dig might be better on Titan class. No, because he can't really make use of that. The only one of our Pokemon that can actually make use of Nasty Plot is probably the Pokemon that can't use it the most. And Bulldoze won't do a thing. Defog does very little. If this fight doesn't go well, then the plan is I flash stall. If I can't do it this way, I'm gonna flash stall. It's very similar to the way I tried with Trico. We'll see. We'll see. Drifblim we can just chip away and we'll be fine with that. Seriously though, why is it using fly all of a sudden? I thought that'd do more than it did, but it really didn't. Is it gonna use fly again? Okay. They are unfortunately burned. Just mitigated by the shell bell a little bit. Almost fully mitigated by the shell bell. That doesn't. We're not going to be able to do it without Scops. Scops is needed for the Gengar. Gengar doesn't have a very high defense. It is more a special defense. Whereas Driftblim is high defense, low special defense. I felt we had better luck leading with Abra. Abra is possibly still too weak though. We are beating this tonight, even if I have to level up a little bit more. Because I need Canalave City unlocked, because I need to be able to pop egg moves on some of these. Okay, we're gonna Shadow Ball. Gonna bait those potions. Yeah, the only thing I can do with this fly is just bait it. Tank Class takes the shot, I swap out next turn immediately to Abra, as she uses a potion. Titan exists as a literal wall. He has to use that potion this turn. I'll outspeed again and let yet another Shadow Ball onto it. Okay, this time we'll go back in with Titan. Eat the fly. Eat the fly that her Driftblim has suddenly just learnt last battle. And again we Abra. That's the Hyper Potion baited again. Okay, that's low. Strength Sap will heal it. So we're effectively baited a little bit of healing for no loss of ours. If we can do that again, keep her baited while we get this Calm Mind here. We will never outspeed the Gengar as an Abra. But what we really want to do is you want to... That's the problem. Our best case scenario is that we can make Abra strong enough to be able to outlast the Gengar. But the problem here being is she keeps using Fly. We just get kinda screwed. It's strength sap we need to keep using. Because that'll heal her. And Calm Mind only lasts as long as it takes to get swapped out. If we have to keep swapping out for a Fly, then unfortunately it's just not doing anything for me. If I can get 2 Calm Minds off and a Trick Room, we are good. It relies on a bit of RNG. But Fly's a physical move, so unfortunately the Fly ruins that. That's ruined again. And I cannot rely on a Fly missing either. Hey, God, welcome in. You have the markers. A marker in chat. I'll throw out stealth rocks, knowing that they'll actually damage a little bit. Fish limit being full health now is a little bit of a problem. Didn't expect it to heal that much from strength sap, but that was free swapping, so we're fine. We should be able to attack first again and knock its health down. Its special defense falling is not a positive, weirdly enough. It's not the positive that they think it is. Maybe I'd just be happy with 1 calm mind in a Trick Room. If I can get away with it. They should strength slap here though. Shit. Yeah, that fucks up my plans entirely. If I'm honest, I'm just gonna go to the Trick Room. No, I'm dead. Gonna have to reload this again. Sometimes they don't use the most logical moves, and it really fucks things up. And sometimes they can forget they have moves and all of a sudden use them, and yeah, does a little bit too much. That does quite confirm, though, I don't think the strategy is going to work with Calm Mind. May just have to rely on the Trick Room. Baiting out all of her potions and using Trick Room seems like the only viable option to try and take down these things. If we can Trick Room into Skorupi against the Gengar. I hope she'll lose sooner rather than later. We're theory crafting here. Right, let's bait these potions out. Don't crit. That's fucked. Yeah, we can't do that. That burn fucks everything up. I don't mind her using fly first turn, but not that. I think I'm leading with Skorupi though. Try something different. Fucking Will-O-Wisp. Do you see what I mean? They don't use a move for like the entire attack last time for about 20 minutes. And then they remember they have it and it's so all of a sudden it's the NPC's favorite move. Like for the first 3 fights, didn't even know that they had fly on that Drift Bloom. And then out of nowhere, she pulls out fly on Drift Bloom. If she pulls out another Will-O-Wisp, I'm just putting the Roust Berry on Abra. Wait, I can't do that. Put the Roust Berry on Abra, and unfortunately, Shadow Ball no longer does the amount of damage we need it to do. Okay, Strength Sap, that's fine. Use your potions. There's one. Go for a free Calm Mind here. I was hoping it wouldn't knock it out, but what can I really do about it? Okay, gotta hope Gengar doesn't do one shot to me immediately. Never mind. This is already fucked. Right, bait out the disable. Why couldn't he confuse Rayabra? Like, it could knock out all of my Pokemon with a single move, but it still sometimes chooses to toy with me with a Confuse Ray. Gets disabled by Curse Body. Right there. See, if it used Shadow Claw on my Skorupi would be dead right now. There we go. I'm getting knocked out here. It didn't even tick the. We're grinding a little bit more. We have no choice. It seems like the entire battle just is fated on 2 Pokemon. Because the others don't really have anything to deal with this fight. Which is genuinely the problem with this particular gym. There is not a lot you can do, really, that... And with this being the sticking point at this part of the game, I'm pretty sure when it comes to the Elite Four, Cynthia's Spiritome is going to be a colossal problem. Granted, my Abra will have Dazzling Gleam, so hopefully that'll deal with it. But Spiritome has really, really high stats for basic. Truth of the matter is, even Celebean isn't powerful enough to deal with half of these things. What do you have? Force Pulse useless, Calm Mind useless, Thief, Ryan and Cut. Nope. There's a Magby up there. Which could be nice, but... That's free, and I don't feel bad for taking it. You know what? That Skorupi might have a really good move for all we know. If it does, I'm catching it. Not for using, but for egg moves later. We could do with an ice move. And hope for that freeze or something. We're probably not knocking this out in one, so we at least get to see one of its attacks. Probably. They have reasonably high defense. See, Poison Tail's pretty good. Pretty high level at 37 as well. Just getting the fucking ball. And stay in it. Here we go. Good boy. Summary. Toxic. Toxic's good. Pin Missile again. Poison Tail. Night Slash. It's got 2 crit. Not really. Something we care about. Worth a shot though. Pepper's speed gets higher. Let's, out of curiosity, let me see Fantina's Gengar speed. Weirdly enough, in Super Contest, she uses Drift Blow. All 3 of her Pokemon have held items. That is useful information to know. And Miss Magius is so powerful because it has an expert belt. And her Gengar, Shadow Claw, Sludge Bomb, Dazzling Gleam, and Confuse Ray. Miss Magius, Confuse Ray, Phantom Force, Magical Leaf, and Dazzling Gleams. Look, again, we didn't really get to see Dazzling Gleam on those last 2, because I think they forgot they had it, as is often the case, until they don't. Doesn't actually tell me what the speed stat for Gengar is. Leaf Storm could work. But again, speed of 69 is not outspeeding those last two, and they both have ways to deal with Rico. And Leaf Storm can miss. No, I'm not taking Leaf Storm. It just doesn't give me anything. The extra attack just isn't worth it. Hey look, a Cynical. I always found Cynical really cute when it has its little fire active. Might just catch it, see if it has any cool abilities. Or not. I can use Fury Attack too. There's Fury Swipes and new defense curl. Well, at least defense curl is helping. You're gonna brave a rainstorm because pizza. I mean, I can think of worse things to brave a rainstorm for. Pizza's worth it. But just get in the ball, Cynical. I'm starting to think it only knows defense curl and fury swipes. Should be the case for a Pokemon that level. It certainly doesn't want to get caught. Flame charge. Okay, okay. Effectively just Flame Wheel Mark 2. It's got one more move that we haven't seen yet. I'm hoping it uses it before I catch it. Or knock it out. Oh, there it goes. What's it gonna do? Defense curl. It's really going for that max defense. I'm just gonna hope I don't knock it out. Or get knocked out. How the fuck does it keep avoiding my attack? Damn. Stop avoiding them. I'm getting knocked out by a flame move almost. That's wild. I like how its defense curl doesn't really seem to do anything. It had so many defense curls, but they didn't really help it. I feel like our plans keep getting thwarted by levels. You have to like seriously overlevel. Take Fantina out. On the plus side, overleveling for this one gym should make the other gyms incredibly easy from here on in. I mean, we have Sunny Gym, we've got the Canalave Gym. Which we should genuinely have a better time with. Canalave City is Steel type, and because we'll have access to the move deleter and we'll have Chimchar, that shouldn't be a problem. And Snowpoint City is Ice type. Again, we'll have move deleter already and we'll have Chimchar. So I feel like it should be fine. And then at the end we got Volkner, which, I mean, Sunyshore is supposed to be an electric gym. And he does lead with a Raichu. But, I mean, he's got an Ambipom and he's got an Octillery. Take that as you will, really. His Octillery does no Charge Beam, so I guess technically you could say it's an electric Pokemon. Not by definition of the word, but... He does have a Luxray too. His Luxray is his ace. That one's going to be a problem. Out of all the Pokemon that we are going up against from now on, I think Volkner's Luxray is going to be a sticking point. The rest, I'm not sure would be too bad. I have faith in Chimchar. And in Canalave City, Byron leads with Bronzor, so we've already taken a few of those out. Although his Steelix and his Bastiodon both have Sturdy. Sturdy can be popped with Arena Traps though. We'll have an attempt 400 soon of Pantina. See, this is what I get for being impatient. Not grinding things out. I get forced to grind things out. I'll attack the things that I can knock out straight away. And then I'll go for Skorupi, which I'll be attempting to capture again. Jellybean looks so happy. Call with Yawn. Stone Edge is such a good move, it's just a shame about the accuracy. It's way better than Smackdown. Even if Smackdown does remove a levitate. If Titan can survive, and that's a huge if, Titan should be able to maybe knock out that Gengar. At least deal some good damage to it. Might be my play, actually. Defending against the Gengar and try and use Titan, maybe. My only other option is get really, really lucky with a Chimchar burn. Which I feel isn't viable, seeing as I can't outspeed it. The Gengar having max speed EVs is a problem. Hey, it's a Chimchar. Hey, little buddy. We'll catch you. If we can. Moment. I need to not knock it out. Stop. Stop. Okay. Facade. Okay. Damn. Facade. What else does it have? Stop using Facade. Show me another move. Otherwise, no choice to knock you out. There we go. See what Chimchar's got. Encore is its egg move. That could work. But I can't teach it to my Chimchar yet. Everything hinges on Canalave City. Hydro Pump. It's not desired, but it still beats Brine. We have to go for raw power for any non-fizzy moves. You're out. Shit, protected. This Torkoal's intelligent. It knows what's coming. As if Hydro Pump didn't just body it. Man, that's disappointing. We are faced with a problem if our Pokemon get too powerful. If they get too strong, we won't be in that sweet spot where Drifblim, he wastes the potions. And I feel we've already hit that threshold now. I don't think I can get Drifblim to waste those 2 potions now. So we'll have to brute force the Gengar. But with that being said, we now have Stone Edge. So it's a toss-up whether that'll do enough damage to matter. I went to the wrong door there. Okay, let's try again. Take it from the top. I just gotta hope I don't knock the Drifblim out in one, which... yeah. About that. Okay, yeah, no, that's gone. That's that threshold passed. Okay, we'll go back to the other strat of baiting out the disable first. Bait out the disable, use the berry. Don't you dare let yourself in confusion. Okay, good. Whereas, the cursed body didn't proc that time. Fuck. Bet it'll proc this time. And I don't think we outspeed. And I certainly don't think we can take a hit. We don't outspeed. We can't take a hit. Right. Don't hit yourself. Don't edge, okay? Okay. We're back in the game. Temporarily, but, you know. Stone Edge, right there. We are going to switch out, though. But the issue is she still has all of her potions. So this makes it a genuine problem here. Let's go for the swagger. Statistics say Piplup will probably hit itself, unfortunately, this turn. Or not, because we have the berry. We'll try and stack its swagger so it hits itself harder each time. 4 HP. Because Miss Baggius only has one physical move. We really just gotta hope that it'll hit itself in confusion. There we go. It hit itself in confusion for a lot of its health. Okay, we just gotta hope it keeps hitting itself in confusion. She does have those hyper potions though. It has snapped out of its confusion. That's a bad time to do so. Shit. We're losing Cellybean again. Because we can't confuse it when it's disappeared. I think even with 6 attack, I'm pretty sure Titan can't do a thing against it. Magical Leaf is not boosted by attack though. Not about Levitate. Even though I've been talking about it for the last 3 fucking times. Okay, we're gonna have to try again. We know Stone Edge can take out Gengar, that's positive. But at least we know we can deal damage that way. It's progression. I'm going to set up the trick room right here. That'll fly into Titan. Means Titan could outspeed the Drifblim from now on. Should also outspeed the Gengar. We can't Earthquake because of Levitate. Shit, it avoided the attack. Okay. Okay, we're cooking. I feel like we got one more turn of Trick Room here. Gotta make it count. Nope, we don't. Well, that's 2 down with the Trick Room. Yeah, I should probably use Phantom Force here, so I'll Trick Room this. Yeah, Phantom Force is probably gonna kill Knockout Abra. Which is unfortunate, because it is a physical move, so Abra's just gonna get knocked out immediately. But I don't have anybody else that I'm really willing to sacrifice. If it doesn't knock out Abra, I go second anyway. Right, never mind. Now we gotta see if we can get that Geodude sweep, that Trick Room Stone Edge sweep. There we go. Why the fuck didn't they do that from the start? Oh, damn. That was... The answer was staring at me the entire time. Don't count Geodude out. Oh, I did it. Next badge, Canalave City, here we come. Shit. I like how it tells me my task is try leaving the gym. Okay, off we go. Canalave City. Genuinely, I can't believe it. All that time? The only thing we needed to do is just use Geodude. What the fuck? Might as well grab the old rod while we come through here. Off we go, we got Surf now. We are literally using a Bibarel as a surfboard. It looks like Pokédex doesn't need upgrading. Yeah, that's because I already have National Deck. Okay, we hit Canalave. PM48. So now we gotta find the move deleter. That's this guy here. Okay, here we go. Here's how I'm going to teach you how to get egg moves onto Pokemon without breeding them. So first of all, you use the move deleter, and you get the Pokemon that you want to learn the egg moves. It has to have at least one free slot per egg move. So in this case, we're gonna try and teach Paul 2 egg moves. So we're gonna get rid of Taunt, and we've got rid of Fire Spin. So now Paul has 2 slots. This is the move deleter over in Canalave City. And then we're going to fly over to the daycare, which is over here. Pokemon Nursery. Over in Silesian Town. You can check all the egg moves on Bulbapedia. And in this case, we're going to put Paul in with... We're going to remove what we've got in here. Paul's in with his two free slots. Take Ditto out. We're going to put in 2 Pokemon in here. First of all, Alakazam knows Fire Punch, and Candy here knows Thunder Punch. So let's start with the Thunder Punch. All we have to do is, as long as we leave that Pokemon in there with Paul for a little bit, we'll do a couple of laps here. And by the time we're finished, Paul should know an egg move. We did just accidentally get into a battle, so we'll have to deal with this. Not a huge deal. That should teach Paul Thunder Punch, which with his Iron Fist ability is very useful. The only other way of doing this is by breeding Thunder Punch onto it with a Pokemon in the same egg group that knows it. Just take this one out. May take a couple of attempts, may take a couple of minutes. Don't know the exact science behind it. He doesn't know it yet. So he goes back in. In the other games you can do this as well. In Scarlet and Violet, if you have the Pokemon remove a move from a Pokemon that you want to learn the egg move, and have the Pokemon that knows the move also in your party, go and do a picnic, have them play with each other for a while, when you come back, should have learned the egg move. Well, we just got an egg because one of them was a male and one of them was a female from the same egg group, the field group. So we know that this will happen. The egg will be an Ampharos egg. Or Flaffy egg, rather. We are technically breeding them. Let's throw that. Hopefully that means Paul's learnt the move. He still has yet to learn Thunder Punch. It's shame it takes so long because we'll end up having a lot of Flaffy eggs. In the time it takes Paul to learn these moves. Uh, Damn it. Didn't really want the egg. If only there was a way to check the moves Paul had without taking him out. Still doesn't have the move. At least this way they won't have eggs. They are in the same egg group, but like, it's a male and a male, so just go around in circles. How's my chat doing? You enjoying the content? The only other alternative to finding egg moves that transfer a lot quicker is if they're the same species. Egg moves transfer a hell of a lot quicker with the exact same species. If we had 2 Chimchars with those abilities, Paul would learn them a lot quicker. Still not learned it. I swear, if it already had those egg moves, there's a possibility Paul already had those moves as egg moves. From the initial breeding. No, he certainly didn't have them. I need to be right back one moment. Gotta pee. Hi. So here's a plan. some reason, my game doesn't want to show. That's weird. There we go. Very quick glitch. Right. So the egg moves will take a while, and I just noticed the time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to end the stream here. I'm going to raid over to somebody else. I think Soju may be streaming, so I'll raid into him. Don't forget to say hi when I throw you over. Be friendly. And we can pick this one up tomorrow. We can get these egg moves on. And then hopefully sweep the next few gyms. So thanks for watching, thanks for spending your time here, and hopefully you have a wonderful night.